Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we are going to discuss on topic 7 challenges of halal business. So we've discussed earlier what are the objectives and types of halal businesses and what are the ethics and the examples that we can learn from the Prophet Muhammad SAW. But in this topic, inshallah, we're going to discuss the challenges of doing or embracing or venturing into halal business. There are a few challenges, but let's divide it into a few main topics. And the first point would be knowledge. And if you want to do anything in this world, the first thing that you would need is knowledge. And knowledge includes inside of it also skills. But in terms of doing a business, especially halal business, of course, you will still need to have knowledge. And this is the key, most important thing in doing halal business. And what kind of knowledge? Okay, so let's divide it. That we need particularly 2 types of knowledge if we want to do halal business. The first kind of knowledge is law of Islam or Sharia. Knowledge on Sharia. Knowledge on Sharia, because we are doing halal business. So we cannot avoid but to know or to learn a little bit on Sharia. And the type of knowledge in Sharia that we would need is not very deep or until you know, to the extent that you are an ustaz or ustazah and then only you can, you know, conduct or do halal business. That is not, you know, the depth or the extent of knowledge that we require. But the kind of Sharia knowledge that we require is at least you know the basic tenets of Islam and the fundamentals of Islam. And you know what are the Rukun Iman, the articles of faith, Rukun Islam, and what are the key components or the fundamentals in Islam. So, and you will also need to know the concept of halal and haram in Islam and the concept of halal and tayyibah. So these are the knowledges that we would need. And these are the knowledge that we would need in order for us to assist us in conducting halal business. Okay, why do we need this? Because of course, if you are doing halal business and you do not know what is halal and what is haram, you may, you know, accidentally or unintentionally do something haram in your business. Right? But if you only know what is halal and haram, but you do not know the concept of halal and tayyibah, and you do not know the concept of cleanliness and taharah in Islam, you may be doing something that is halal, but it's not very, you know, clean. So that is still not Islamic and still not following Sharia. But if you know all of this, you know the concept of halal and haram, you know the concept of halal and tayyibah, but you are not really sure, or you are not very, you know, you have not digested the fundamentals of Islam, like Rukun Iman and Rukun Islam, believing in Allah, believing in God, the concept of Salat, and that we must perform as our daily requirement, daily compulsory ibadah. So you may be doing a halal business, say producing a tudung or producing a sujada, or, you know, the local, a special garment for you, for us to perform solat, but you at the same time do not perform solat, or you do not encourage or do not provide time and space for your staff to perform solat. So that is still not Islamic. And if you know all of this, but you do not know the ethics and the akhlaq of doing business in Islam, so you may be doing something that is halal, and you still perform your daily compulsory ibadah as a Muslim, but you may not be trustworthy. And there's lack of amanah and responsibility among your staff. So these are also not Islamic. Okay, wait a little bit. Okay, so this is what we mean by having Islamic knowledge. So in order for us to thrive and to be successful, to excel in doing halal business, you have to have all of this knowledge on Islamic Sharia. Okay, so this is the first part of knowledge. So the second part is on business skill, business knowledge and business skill. If you want to do a halal business, not only that you need to know a little bit of Sharia and the compulsory and the fundamental knowledge of Sharia that we've discussed earlier, but you also need to have the knowledge on business. And doing business requires knowledge, skills, and experience. You require, first you need to know all the theories, you need to learn the skills, and you need to do it. And when you do it, you know, really do a business, then you will have the experience, your first-hand experience of doing business. Because business is it's a practical thing. It's not something that you learn in class. It's not just theories. You really need to implement it and to do it by yourself. So what are the, okay, but before you do it, of course, you need a little bit of knowledge and skills. And so let's learn a little bit. And in doing business, the first thing that you must understand the concept of sales. What do we mean by sales? And what do we mean by sales? What do we mean by marketing? What do we mean by planning and communication, customer focus, curiosity? First of all, skills. Right? In business, you must be able to close sale. We always say it that you have to be able to close sale. What do we mean by close sale? We must be able to make people to actually buy our product. We want their money, and we want to, we don't want unsold items, stocks in the shelves or in your shops unsold. We want to sell our products and we want customers' money. And what we mean by sale is closing sales, actually getting people to buy your products. And so that is what we mean by sales. And in order to to finish our stocks, to make sure that we can actually sell our products, and it may not require one purchase may not be enough. One purchase may not be enough to sell off all of your products, all of your stocks. So we want people to keep buying and buying and buying. And we want recurrent customers. We want loyal customers that keep coming back to you, If you are selling, if you are in the F&B, food and beverage industry, and we don't want just one-time buyer, one-off buyer. You sell cakes, for example, you are selling cakes. And so perhaps you say, I managed to sell one cake today and to one customer. But that is the first and the last time that customer comes and buy cake from you. So that will not be enough. And you are not that successful. We want recurrent sales, and we want more and more sales. We want customers to keep coming to you. Hey. We want customers to keep coming to you, and then only that you will get lots of sales, lots of sales. And how do you get sales? Of course, it will require marketing. And marketing is advertising your products. Where do you advertise? Like I say, we have direct advertisement and we have indirect advertisement. And you can either shoot directly to your customer, to your potential customers, clients, or you can just shoot randomly. And of course, shoot directly would guarantee you more customers rather than you shooting randomly. And so you need to understand it. There's two kinds of marketing. And so do both. Most importantly, do the direct marketing. Instead of random marketing, putting your posters on billboards. These are considered as not a little bit. It's kind of like a general marketing. It doesn't really shoot directly to your customers. These are random shooting, you know. But how do you shoot directly? We've discussed this earlier. You go into small community. You enter into small groups like WhatsApp groups. And in WhatsApp groups, there's plenty other groups. And so you go into this each and every groups. And so this is how you shoot directly. Facebook and Facebook advertisement, you go into specific page, specific group of people, like previously I told you, group business Shah Alam and penduduk section 19 Shah Alam. So these are direct people. So you should directly. This is marketing, and marketing does not end only one. So if you are doing, I have advertised my, advertised my business. How many times? Once. So that is not marketing, and that is not shooting. When you shoot, you need to shoot a lot. In order, to actually get your target, you need to shoot a lot. And if you shoot many times, and you aim directly, possibility of you finally getting a customer is higher rather than you shoot directly but you shoot once. So the possibility would decrease. But if you shoot many times and directly, the possibility of you getting a customer would increase dramatically. But if you shoot many times but it's random, general one, the possibility, of course, it increases because you do it many times, but because it's random, this one would be better. So that is how advertisement. From advertisement, we want people to get to know you, to see you. But that is not enough. After they see you, and then comes the second part, the sale part. How do you close sale? To close sale, you have to have certain other elements that we will discuss later. So sale is actually getting people to buy your products, And how? And now we're going to go to the second skill that is called planning. Planning. Everything that needs planning, especially in business. Doing business is like going to the battlefield. It's like you are in a war. You need to have planning. And where am I going to advertise? Where am I located? How many groups will I advertise today? Okay, say I'm focusing on Shah Alam, where I live. So how many groups of specific groups in Shah Alam am I targeting? Say in the morning, I'll be putting my advertisement to 10 groups and 10 specific groups on Facebook. In the afternoon, another 10 groups. In the evening, another 10 groups. And at night, another 10 groups. And that is Facebook. How about other places like, WhatsApp. So how many? You need to plan. You need to put it on paper, plan it. And then if you've done it, just tick it. So that is what we call planning. Okay, this is my advertisement planning. And this is how my product planning. And so what are my products? List it down. Why am I doing this product? And why am I not doing this product? My staffs, are they enough? Do they have the skills, the knowledge to sell my product? Have I given them enough knowledge? So plan it. Plan. When am I going to meet my staff? When am I going to meet my production team? And when am I going to do my advertisement? So you need to plan everything. Like people always say, if you fail to plan, you're planning your failure. So you plan. If you want to be successful, plan everything. Okay. And then the second skills that you will need in business, and most importantly, you will need communication skills. You really need communication skills. Communication involves in many, in many aspects of doing business. First of all, communication between you and your team. If you fail to communicate with your team, to influence them, to make them believe in you, to get them to talk to you on what are the problems you are asking for, so for problem. Right. Okay, so you need to be able to, you need to solve this. If you say, I can't talk and I can't get my staff to talk to me, you need to do something about it and do something so that they talk to you. And they do something so that, they believe in you and that you can communicate with them. You can get them to understand what you want and what are the objectives, what are the targets of the company. Okay, that is one thing. And of course, you will also have to make sure that your communication with your distributor, with your supplier is also good. There's no miscommunication. Everyone understood you. And you really need to take care of their feelings, kan? Taking care of their feelings bukannya jaga hati semata-mata, but stay true to your words. Stay true to your promises. If you promise, I'm going to pay by this date, this certain date. So make sure you really do pay your supplier. And if you have a certain deadlines, and if you want to pay, I'm going to conduct meeting and do some perhaps I'm going to visit the factory at certain date, and please make sure that you really do it, so that there's no miscommunication. And if you want certain products, and from your supplier, say if you have certain issues with the product, make sure that you convey what are your problems, truthfully, and there's no miscommunication there. And most importantly, your communication, first between you and your staff, and then between you and your supplier, your third party, and then most importantly between you and your customers or clients, your customers and client. And so you really need to understand them, and you really need to make them understand you. Right? Perhaps they didn't understand you correctly. You really need to make them to understand you. So communication is the key. And first of all, you need to break all walls between you and your customer. You need to establish trust and kepercayaan, belief between you. And using names or a good example. If you can't reply on time, tell them, and I'm in a meeting right now, so I'll be inshallah I'll reply to you in the afternoon. Say like that. And oh kakak, can I nanti saya reply balik. Kak, nanti sekarang ni saya begini-begini. I cannot provide you this item today, but it's available on another day. And tanya kan, okay, thank you for contacting me. And my name is this. May I know who am I talking? Nak panggil apa ya kak? Oh, panggil aja Zila. Say that person. And call her Zila then. Okay, Zila nak beli apa? Bila? May I know? If you kata, and if that you know, things happen sometimes. People, your customer who approach you, they don't really buy to you, but still make sure that you secure that relationship for later. Inshallah they'll buy you later. Tak apa kak, kalau tak jadi, saya okay je. Tapi akak save ya nombor saya. Say in case kakak in the future kakak nak beli, akak boleh je contact saya. See, have a big heart. In your communication, people see, oh, this is a good seller. Dia tak marah kalau kita tak beli, tak jadi beli. You know, like customers, you and I, sometimes we ask a lot, but doesn't really mean that we really want to buy it at that time. You know, we just want to inquire first, right? Kita nak tanya je dulu, tak semestinya. And we hate as customers, you know, as buyer, we hate people forcing us to buy things, right? So don't do that to your customer. And in your communication, they can tell and establish a good relationship with your client, with your customers, with your buyer, and so that they will keep coming back. How do you know that you have established a good communication? Is when you have, again, recurrent and loyal customers. Like I said, when I do business myself, I have a lot of recurrent and loyal customers. But I do have one-off customers, and those people who buy from me just one time. It makes me, kind of try to recall myself, what did I did wrong with these customers. Perhaps I did not, establish a good relationship that they only buy from me once. And so these are signs of having a good communication with your customers. Okay, so this is the first part. Inshallah, we'll continue later, inshallah.